Just want to speak a little bit about my art journey. Definitely will say I've been extremely nervous about making a video like this. This time I just want to thank everybody for joining in. Want to shout out my Discord, mention my TikTok, also speak about my new Instagram, speak about a little bit about my art journey. So just see where we can go from there, see what we have going on. I also want to go through a few of my sketchbooks, a little bit of my digital art journey and all of that different stuff, my tools, the items that I use. Yeah, just try to keep it going from there, see what we have. Like I said, so I'll start here with my first sketchbook. I did start around March 20th, I would say. That was around my birthday. My birthday is April 3rd, so I turned 30 years old. My first sketchbook, recently I think I may have went over some of this stuff with my pen, just messing around with stuff. This is all old stuff, and my original sketchbook is gifted from my sister, actually. She gave it to me maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I was supposed to start drawing, then never picked up a pencil until March. So March is the first time that I actually got going again. And yeah, that's about it. So let's get going here. More circles. I don't know what I was doing here at this point. Just a bunch of random stuff. I guess I was also working on my handwriting, writing my name. Nothing to see here at the beginning. Shortly afterwards, I did give up here to move on to digital art. Digital art, like I said, at the time, I was just picking up a pencil. I think I had this #2 pencil, and it just wasn't the best for me. So this and this started my journey. So these two pretty much got me going, and as you can see, a lot of roughness, a lot of just wanting to give up, just not feeling any progress. This would be after I went from digital back to traditional, so that's a little journey I went on from there as well. But let's move on from this. So starting my journey here, I would definitely say it was pretty rough as well. Like I said, I started doing everything around my birthday. This would be one of the first. As you can see, still didn't have face structure and eyes together. Still something I feel like I struggle with today. Just started working really freaking hard on lines and shapes and doing a bunch of random stuff over and over again. First picture that I did do, so March 2nd would be the first day that I actually tried to draw something digitally. Yeah, so I didn't even know I actually signed that. But yeah, March 2nd would be the beginning of my art journey. All right, so let's scroll up a bit, more random work. I did draw a picture of Huey. That was a little while ago. That was directly off of a Pinterest link. That's when I first started using Pinterest for references. So, picture I hated. Let's talk about the bad ones. I reworked this picture like 3 different times. This was supposed to be Momo from Dandadan. Like I said, I was inspired by a lot of mangas and animes to actually get started with my art journey. I would definitely say Look Back would be one that got me started. So around this time, I was like just trying something directly out of the manga. And yeah, this is what we got. Let's go here. So April 3rd, this would be my birthday. I drew this the night before. I would definitely say it's a very special picture to me. Deku is a very special character to me, actually. I actually have a figurine of Deku in the corner. So like I said, very special character to me here. So I tried my hardest. Honestly, looking back at it, it's still not that bad. Had no idea how to do hands or hair or anything, but if I was to redo it now, I would probably add the green and color some stuff, but still working on color theory. So we'll get around to that portion. Well, as you can see, just a bunch of different stuff. So easier way to scroll through here. Really, as you can see, I was a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen's drawing, so I was trying to do this one. I would probably redo it now just because it doesn't have a lot of detail. I don't like the structure of this tongue. You can't tell what it is. And the nose is, yeah, I would just redo all of it. Yeah, let's stop at one of my favorites. This would be one of my favorites that I did do on digital. I have been wanting to ink it, but at this time I don't really remember the structure of how I did it. Not sure when I did this one. It may have been around May or May or June. But like I said, not really remembering at this time. So keep going. And then afterwards, like I mentioned, we will go through my items that I have in this. That should be pretty short. Done. Pretty much did this one. As you can see, I got acrylic markers and start trying to paint. Pretty big struggle trying to get that together. So one step at a time. So it was one step at a time with all the drawing things, man. So yeah, got this out of an art book that I recently got as well. So a few sketches there. This one was a scan that you will see in the other sketchbook, but I scanned it out with my printer here. And as you can see, working on colors and mixes and seeing how to actually do it, and never got around to it. Really big struggle. So still working. As I spoke about, really big fan of One Piece Jujutsu Kaisen. So did some sketches when I first got this one. Recently painted some stuff. Actually got the spear to go ahead and paint Luffy a bit. So still working on this. As you can see, still need to finish. Probably will never get around to that. So as we can say, keep going. I really don't like this sketchbook. As you can see, all the pages ripped out. So yeah. Other than that, this one was a few sketches that I did here. I think you can find this on my Instagram as well. This one would be, these two are supposed to be the same, but as you can see, I kind of gave up on everything, never finished it, and kept moving. Worked on some coloring here. These are the 3 colors I used, and kind of made it out. So as I can say, that was not the worst, but not bad at all. Some more color stuff, and yeah. Other than that, this book could be just a tester book to scrap out everything to see how I do stuff. This is my travel book. I pretty much use this on the daily basis. Take it everywhere with me, put it in my book bag, take this little thing, my new roller. It's actually really new, so haven't taken it anywhere yet. So pretty new there. So yeah, let's get in here. This would be my go-to. First page would be bunch of nothing, as we can always say. First page is always just testing. I actually had an ink spill with my calligraph pen that I will show you all. Have a new paintbrush. We'll go through all of the inky items that I recently picked up here. So as you can see, testing out different stuff. It's my test page. Think of Rukia that I really don't like. Ink bled through on here. As you can see, just don't mind it. Just keep going. But yeah, not my favorite picture, but yeah, one of my more recent. I think I did do this one earlier in the month. This one was done August 3rd. I did sign the date. So checking this out, this was pretty decent in my opinion, but if I had to add color, I think it would be a little better, but like I said, kind of terrified of coloring at this time. I do have a bunch of coloring items that I will show you in the next part, but that'll be next. So I recently inked. I did do this on the 2nd. I did this one actually before the last one. I did the inking on the 20th. You can actually find this picture on my Instagram, really one of my favorites. Like I said, my hero is very dear to my heart. Really enjoy the anime. So like I said, I collect mangas, do a bunch of different stuff. So if you want to see that, you can check that out on my Instagram as well. See, not my personal character. My OC Shade, and also his sister. She does not have a name yet. We are still carving out how we actually want to do this. I don't know if I want to continue with this hairstyle at this time or rework it, since I do have new pens and different items at this time. So we'll see. But this was moving back to traditional. Did feel really good to actually put pen on paper, and like I said, pencil with paper feels really good to me at this time. So I think I'm going to stick with traditional to scan for a little while. So also shade again. Didn't like how I did the neck here, but I did get this reference from Bleach. His clothing was from Ichigo, so kind of tried to steal the idea there, try to put it my own way. Also here with the face structure, probably should add a color, probably make things pop a little bit more. August 6th, This was one of my dark fantasy pictures that I tried to do. Been trying to do a little bit of a mix there since I do like the coloring of dark shades and different things. So really trying to learn how to ink with all of that stuff and just trying to figure it out. So as I look back at it, I wish I didn't scratch on the line so much, but working on getting finer lines as we keep going. Put a few females together. I do like to draw women a lot, so I try to just do a collage. We'll probably do another one soon in a different book, in this book at the bottom, since I'm trying to break my fear of actually drawing in it. But yeah, other than that, so do another collage soon. Kind of fun there. Another huge picture. Really not one of my favorites. I'm planning to ink soon, since I do want to ink everything in this book. I'm trying to actually complete a book here, but this one's really not my favorite, since these things kind of hit my wrist as a left-handed artist. I was thinking about actually replacing this book soon, so unfortunately I don't think I'm going to finish, but I will continue to draw on it. It will be my on-the-go book. So Black Star. Yes, one of my favorite characters from Soul Eaters. Like I said, it was expired from just a bunch of different mangas, animes, getting into comics at this time. So just trying to check out different stuff. So would definitely say Black Star is one of my favorites. I did want to add more male characters here that are my favorites, but like I said, having a struggle here was kind of holding me back. Really don't like the line art on it. Like I said, picked up some new pens. If I could redo it, I will, but this is one of my more recent pictures. You can also find this on my Instagram as well. Complete on the 19th, pretty recent. So yeah, this would be a reference of Tyler, the Creator. I was trying to draw this hand in proportion, but as you can see, the pinky is really long. So just something I have to work on, just trying to make things pop out a little bit more. So as I keep going, I have to work on perspective and just different angles. I am a self-taught artist. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, but yep, self-taught, teaching myself how to keep going here and just keep going. Found some references of my favorite artists. This would be my current profile picture. I did draw it in blue. I was trying to draw something of myself. I don't really put my pictures on my face in videos or pictures or anything often as of recent, but I will soon. So yeah, this is supposed to be a little bit of myself, but as you can see, I added a little bit of additives. I don't have earrings. I don't have a watch right now. I don't really wear hats or have a fro. I have a short haircut, but this will be Quavo, not my favorite. As I look at it a little bit more, it's not the worst, but really, really not my favorite. Kind of difficult with the hairstyles, as I can say I'm definitely working on more of that. Filling out the book, trying to work on shapes, see what we can do there. This would be more recent work. I want to fill out a whole page of boxes, but it's a mind thing, baby. Complete this last night, the most recent thing that we did do. So, like I said, art block time here. I started here, just found some stuff on Pinterest and decided to keep going. I probably should add a neck there so she can be complete. Kind of went here. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But after that, went to the art store, drew this while I was at work. Went to the art store, picked up some red and blue pencils for my sketches. So I can see a little bit more fine lining. Started with this one. Really enjoyed this. Was a reference that I found off Pinterest. Not sure who the actual artist is, so we'll definitely give a shout out for that. Also, these two were drawn last night, pretty late. Never drawn a cat before. Never drawn an animal, but I do have 2 dogs that I want to draw. I have a story that I want to write about my doggies. So plan to get around to that. We'll speak about that in a different video. Next, we have this guy. I drew him last night. I don't know. I was feeling kind of like a punk rock feeling, so I just kind of went with that. Also did this one last night. Kind of did it while I was at work. Just going with the flow, just doing some stuff. And yeah, that would be it for this book, and we're moving. Pretty quick tour. We don't really have that many pictures. Like I said, this book I will draw on a little bit more. It does give me the range to draw around. I'm just very fearful of it. It's very nice, ordered from Amazon as well. This would be a picture. I think you all would probably see a short video that I have that I never finished this picture. I do plan on inking it today, so we're trying to make this video pretty quick so we can go ahead and get started on this one. Do want to add some black shading, so like I said, play around with the different items that I have. We'll definitely show you guys those as well. And so this one, plan on finishing today. Also, a picture of Zoro. Like I said, really big One Piece fan, so I do plan on drawing the entire cast. I did show the picture of Luffy at the beginning. This would be Zoro, of course. We plan on doing Nami, Robin, just everybody. As you can see, a really big fan of One Piece. I have the entire group there. So only 2 pictures in that one. Next, moving on to the items. As you can see, I have color pencils. I have not used any of these. I just need to figure that out. Acrylic markers. I ordered these from Amazon for $8 just because I just wanted something to test. I'm not the best markers in the world. They are not labeled, so it's kind of like guessing the color as I go. Yeah, I don't know if I actually want to continue with this, but something I do want to get going. So not sure if I want to do painting with digital after I scan or actually paint on my actual pictures. I'm not sure. All right, so this will be the package I'm rolling with at this time. My very first pencil, very special to me, so kind of try to keep it around. Don't use it too much anymore, but yeah, very special. Number 2 would be the Amazon pencil. It's not an actual Apple pencil, so $11, guys. So spending $11 on this one, just to see if I was actually even serious about art. And surprisingly, I'm still rolling with it. So trying to just keep myself going. The other day, I really did have a big breakdown. Just didn't want to do it anymore. Just kind of like wondering why I do this. And then, like I said, had to check out, look back once again. So just wonder why we draw. So keep it going. Other than that, my pen. This would be a pen that I got after I decided to start inking a bit. Came in a 2-pack. Also, these came together. Ordered a set off of Amazon. The erasers suck. If you know about those, they're not the best. Yeah, other than that, the newest items that I would have would be these Prismacolor pens. These are really freaking amazing. And I also love these Prismacolor pencils, color pencils, literally. So actually, I'm going to start using these a bit more and using these a lot less because, as you all know, lead smudges a bit, and as a left-handed person, I kind of go over things a lot. So, yeah, other than that, there's just a smooth breakdown of everything I have there. So just want to thank you all again for the time. Like I said before, I'm shouting out my Discord, my TikTok, and Instagram. Yeah, this is YouTube. So yeah, I just want to thank you all again. We'll have the link in the description. Thank everybody for the support that we have had so far. Let's keep this thing going. Hopefully, I'm not too long with another video. Other than that, really nervous about this one, but like I said, thank you guys. Yeah, let's get it out there. See ya.